Hey ecoEXPLORERS, my name is Ana and I'm an educator at the North Carolina Arboretum. This week's BioBlitz challenge is plant powers. So, what is a plant? Well, plants are part of a large group of living things that use the sun to make their own food. Crazy! Plants live in all sorts of environments, including like the desert, or in the water, or in the rainforest. Can you think of any plants? Some plants that come to my mind include a trout lily, or an oak tree, a lily pad, or a cactus. Plants are doing amazing things all the time, and today we get to dive into some of their very special superpowers. So the first amazing plant superpower I want to tell you about is photosynthesis. So first I want to talk a little bit more about how plants use the sun to make their own food. So when you get a chance, I want you to go outside on a nice sunny day and really notice what you feel when the sun is shining on your face. This is what plants do every day all the time, and that's how they make their own food. It's amazing. I wish I could do it. Now, if you were a plant, that's what you would do every day all the time. And just by standing in the sunlight, that is how you would get your own food if you were a plant. Plants take in the sunlight, air, and water, and they produce glucose, their food, and oxygen. Humans and other animals breathe that oxygen in. So for breathing in clean air, we have plants to thank for that. So let's go thank some plants. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Next is a plant with the superpower of flying, a maple tree. Well, not the tree itself, but its seeds can fly. Growing up, I used to call these seeds helicopters, but the actual name is a samara. And so each samara is a winged fruit. And there's one seed inside, right up here, one seed. So the wing allows the seed to be widely dispersed. The wind catches that wing and it'll spin kind of like a helicopter, far and wide, and so that way the seeds don't go into the ground and get planted right next to the parent plants. So this way they don't have to compete for resources like water or space to grow or light, things like that. Let's take a look at this plant. Can you guess its superpower? It's the power of protection. A built-in spiny shield. Yeah, look at these spines. So this plant is called holly, and it's got these pokey spines on each leaf to prevent herbivores from eating it. So it's a form of protection, so animals that eat plants won't want to bite into this guy. It's pretty pokey. All right, I bet you can guess this next plant. It grows commonly in gardens and grass, is a yellow flower, and is known as a weed. Did you guess it? A dandelion. Dandelions grow fast and furious. Their superpower is domination. Each dandelion has a big taproot that grows deep into the ground to help anchor it in place. And that's why they can be really hard to remove. And then when they go to seed, all this yellow turns into white fluffy seeds that also have the superpower of flying. And they go and spread, and then they plant themselves, and they make many, many more dandelions. But dandelions have a good side too. They're great for pollinators, butterflies, bees, beetles, love them for food, and if they're prepared correctly, can be used as a medicinal for humans. Alrighty, I've introduced you to a few different plant powers, and now I'm going to introduce you to my wonderful co-worker who has a passion for plants, Miss Meghan.
Hey Ana, thanks for sending it on over. But as Ana said, my name is Meghan. I am an environmental education specialist at the Arboretum, and I help out a lot with our ecoEXPLORE program. But the first plant that I'm going to be talking about today is this plant. Do you guys have any guesses as to what it is? So this plant is the Venus flytrap, which is actually North Carolina's state plant. Now the superpower of the Venus flytrap is actually that it is carnivorous. Ooh, we might almost get an example. The Venus flytrap has little hairs in its mouth. You guys can see that they're kind of poking out right here. And when it gets touched by a bug such as this one, it will slowly just close its mouth on it, and that's how it gets most of its nutrients. And though we don't have Venus flytraps in our region of Western North Carolina, we have some other really cool carnivorous plants with the same superpower, and those are pitcher plants. So we have a lot of pitcher plants in mountainous bogs in this area, and they do the same thing where they secrete a really sweet nectar at the base of the pitcher, and these long pitchers have fine teeth-like hairs lining that inside, and it allows the bugs to fly in, but they can't fly back out, so they end up getting stuck in these pitcher plants, and it's really, really cool to see what they can catch. Some pretty big bugs. Flowers can come in all different shapes, sizes, colors, you name it. There's probably a flower out there, and usually the flower indicates what creature pollinates it. So flowers that are brightly colored like red and orange often are more so designed for hummingbirds, while there are many other flowers out there that are designed just for bees, and they even have UV colors that line the petals. One of these examples is the corpse flower. The corpse flower grows in rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra and is actually the largest flower in the world. However, you definitely do not want to get a big whiff of this guy because it actually produces the smell of rotting flesh. This smell of rotting flesh might not be attractive to us, but beetles and flies love it, and it helps the corpse flower pollinate. After learning all about plant superpowers, can you think of why plants are important? I'll give you a minute. I know I can think of at least 5. The first one is just air to breathe. So plants produce oxygen, which gives us lots and lots of healthy air to breathe. So I think the first thing that we should do is just take one big deep breath in and out. And that is obviously one of the most important things that plants do for us. A second thing is that they provide a lot of byproducts. So behind me I have some various things that you can get from plants. First, we have direct plants, so we could be eating plants themselves or eating the seeds that they produce. Wow, there are also some really cool byproducts like maple syrup, coffee, chocolate, and honey. If we just take a look around in our home, we will find plant products everywhere. So I'm gonna send it back to Ana, but thank you guys for joining me as we learned about other really cool plants that we have in this state and just the importance of plants in our daily lives. Bye guys.
Thank you, Megan, for sharing your plants around your home and their amazing superpowers. Now we're gonna go over the guidelines for challenge 3. Step 1, get outside and explore. Snap 6 different photos of plants and upload them to your ecoEXPLORE account. Step 2, find one plant that you think has the most impressive superpower. Why is the plant so unique? What is so cool about that superpower? If you had a plant superpower, what would it be? You're either going to write about it or draw a picture and upload that to your ecoEXPLORE account. Step 3, with the help of your adult, you're going to preserve part of a plant. So you're either going to clip the leaves or the flower of a plant and you're going to preserve them in a plant press. You can check out our video on our website to see how to make a plant press. And step 4, watch this video. Now it's your turn. Look for plants around your home and have fun identifying their superpowers. Also, tune in at 2 p.m. every weekday on our ecoEXPLORE's Facebook Live to see some exploring in action and maybe get a little inspired. Good luck, have fun, keep exploring. Bye.